Right, of course, Undaunted is never complete without our in-house analyst, Barrister Mbeseha, who is seated this evening to join the night's conversation. Barrister Mbeseha, this is another threat to life to all Ambazonians who are not just suffering from, all of the other basic amenities. Insecurity is on the rise. What would you say about this?
Well, I think what happened during the funeral of that young driver and what happened during the funeral of the pastor is only a confirmation of what we have said so far. There is nothing like normalcy in Amazonia. Yes, it happened during the funeral of a pastor and a driver. They didn't live in the same place. They live in different parts of the country or of the area. And so the insecurity was generalized. As of today, we know that Ambazonia has villages without villagers. The best activity that goes on there is to go and bury a loved one, whose death probably can be attributed still to the ineffectiveness of what they call the government. And so it goes to confirm again, as I said, that there's nothing like, if there were ever to be any normalcy, at the very least, there should be normalcy during the burial of a loved one. There should be normalcy during the transportation of a corpse. Because these are events that cut across the board and across the world. And in regular states, you expect to get security provided as a matter of principle by the government. You're supposed to drive on a safe road. You're supposed to go bury a person and come back on a secure road. Driving your car or riding your bike or going on foot. That they were taking rounds, they were taking hostages. Even the widow of the poor woman, of the late man, will become a hostage, where she will be free to go and bury her husband only upon payment of a ransom. The question is asking is, where has the government whose responsibility is to provide security gone to? The answer is there's no government being provided by Yawundi. You don't care what happens to you or wherever you're found in Amazonia. You can die. You can let your skin rot. You can give your corpse to the birds and to any wild animals. And so it should only help us understand where we are coming from and where we're heading to. We're coming from this colonial rule of the past 50, 60 years, where government does not exist, where insecurity is the rule, and we're heading to where we think and believe strongly that we are going to have all this in store. We're going to have something they call a government. We're going to have that government that can tell you that there's a police force. We're going to tell you that we're heading to where that police guy, who is just a police guy, will be able to arrest a criminal and take him to a regular court, and that person will be tried and sentenced according to the law. We're heading to where we hope once there we will not get the story of Longe Longe, people being caught and tortured officially by the government. Because so what happened to Longe Longe? It is a news over there now. Who was this guy? He was in custody in the military institution. He was being tortured. It is news because it is Longe Longe. Because those tortures have become the regular day, especially for Anglophones. And I just saw, before I came on here, I saw something on Equinox. They were analyzing that thing. And they said it was very bad. And the analysts on Equinox said, if they want, they will not like their customers to torture. I recommended specifically send those your soldiers and policemen to Umijok. You mentioned Umijok. Send them to Northwest and Southwest, where they will find enough customers to torture with impunity. It is still there. If you go on Equinox, you see it. And so, if this is the public debate, even in Yaoundé, over their social media and their radio stations and TV stations. We can only say that we are justified to fight and fight until we get out of this nonsense. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister Mbeseha. I will definitely get back to you. It's not just the insecurity, there is so much arbitrary arrest and intimidation also going on. We'll definitely get back to you after this report on intimidation.